Manchester United fans, hold on to your hats. Victor Gyokeres is waiting for Manchester United. We have been talking and talking about who the number 9 is going to be at Manchester United. Marco Alcaraz, a journalist who we have spoke about on this channel before, has come out with the news several times. There's been a few other accounts talking about Victor Gyokeres. What's happening? Why is it going so quiet? And now Ben Jacobs has backed up what Alcaraz said in that he is Manchester United's number 1 target. Excitement, yes, this could absolutely blow the transfer window completely open, and this extra news that we've got this lunchtime is absolutely killer in all of this news around Gyokeres and United's hunt to finish the trio that Ruben Amorim wanted up front. Bryan Mbeumo, we've got an update on him. Matheus Cunha is already done. Are we about to seal the best transfer window in Manchester United's history within the first month of the window being open? Absolutely mind-blowing in terms of what Manchester United could possibly accomplish next season if this comes off. Let's get into the reports and let's get talking about it. First of all, please hit that like button as well if you're loving the content and the daily updates here on FUTV United TV. And also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything going on in this market and Manchester United this summer. We've got you covered here on FUTV United TV. It has been an absolute barnstormer of a start to the transfer window for Manchester United. It really has. And it's only getting more and more exciting with every single day that passes right now. And that's the line that was used in quite a few different stories and rumours around Manchester United targets. That being, day by day, it's looking more and more likely. We heard it about Bryan Mbeumo. Bang, in it comes. The same sort of build-up is happening here with Victor Gyokeres. The difference with Victor Gyokeres was that Manchester United needs to make sales. So, Marco Alcaraz, like I said, a journalist that we have been talking about, who has been all over this on this deal between Bryan Mbeumo, Victor Gyokeres, all over Manchester United's news so far this summer, and they've been pretty much bang on the money with everything that has happened since the window opened, has said that he has always been Manchester United's number 1 target, alongside Fabrizio Romano saying he is the dream target, then Ben Jacobs saying he's the dream target, and now Ben Jacobs saying on top of that that he will wait for Manchester United. So, as it stands, if Manchester United can raise the money to buy Victor Gyokeres, it's reportedly in and around 60 million when you break down the difference between pounds and euros. At 60 million quid, you can get Victor Gyokeres done. He will wait for United. The one reason why he will wait is to reunite with Ruben Amorim. We have said on previous shows, the previous 2 live shows about Ruben Amorim, the meeting with the board, the general conversation has always been around speed and getting deals done and going for the best players. We have covered this in so much depth over the live streams that we've been doing here on FUTV United TV. And now it looks like these rumours, these stories that have been building up and getting more and more interesting and more detailed are now looking likely like we could actually pull off the transfer window, the best transfer window ever. That's how I look at it. If Victor Gyokeres lines up next season with them 2 number 10s next to him, it's scary. It really is. So 60 million is the price that Manchester United need to make to get Victor Gyokeres in. He's willing to wait, and the project under Ruben Amorim at Manchester United, even now we're hearing, this is the first time that we've heard this, without Champions League football, is still willing to come to Manchester United. That is massive in all of this. That's something that hasn't been said yet, that hasn't been brought up in any conversation or report, that Victor Gyokeres is open to no Champions League football. Remember way back when, about a month and a half ago, Ruben Amorim was quizzed on Victor Gyokeres when United had just finished their games with Athletic Bilbao in the semi-finals of the Europa League. And he said, I've not spoken to him. Any player that wants to come to Manchester United just for Champions League football is not going to come to Manchester United. He said, and I said it then, and the most important thing in all of this was that Ruben gave himself room and a get-out, which was that he has not spoken to Victor Gyokeres. The reports of him not wanting wanting Champions League football as a must to move were made up and fabricated by everybody else, it would seem. Because the report today, literally now, 1 week into the window near enough, is that Victor Gyokeres is not bothered about Champions League football. And if United can afford him, they can get him. Well, United can afford him because we know that we have got the finances in place the news and the report that came out earlier today about Sir Jim Ratcliffe giving Manchester United so much more room within PSR and being able to operate in the transfer window because of his personal investment into Manchester United, that 200 and odd million has given United the room to manoeuvre within PSR regulations, and that's now has given United the chance to get Mbeumo done early and get Matheus Cunha done early, because let's not forget, so Jim Ratcliffe invested this money into Manchester United this calendar year. The financial year ends on July 1st for Manchester United. So the room that we've got in this financial year has given United the advantage to get these deals done earlier because of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's investment. It's all starting to make sense on that side of things. And this was a genuine report about Sir Jim's investment from The Athletic. So it is real and it is there. So United, in terms of the actual price tags and valuations of these players, are not really an issue. It's the instalments and what it's going to cost per player per year, each payment. If you can move players off the books that you're not having to pay massive wages for, that counts going into the next financial year. So this year, we can calculate this and get this done and get these players in. Next year, if United do sell on these players, which we're expecting them to do, we are saving fortunes, millions, multi-millions in player wages, and we will gain fees for most of these players also. So United can afford Victor Gyokeres. It is massively important to remember that this is all about PSR and the affordability factor. The biggest thing and the massive update on all of this is that Victor Gyokeres is not bothered about European football, as per these reports. That is the clincher. He loves Ruben Amorim. He wants to join the project again. No to Arsenal, no to Chelsea. It looks like it's gone cold with Atletico Madrid, which is great news. And every single report pushing Victor Gyokeres anywhere now is to the Premier League. And there's only one club waiting for him, and that's Manchester. And that's the red side of Manchester. This would be absolutely huge for Manchester. Honestly, I'm getting excited just talking about it. I know it's not done yet, and I'm going to just calm my nerves a little bit, but I just feel like Manchester United are back when I hear stories like this. And proof will be in the pudding and the eating with the style of football and what results come. But you cannot, for a second, criticise Manchester United's movement in this transfer window so far. This would blow anybody's expectations completely out of the water. And there is no comeback at all on this for anybody. It is absolutely brilliant news. I've got a feeling, today as well, later on, that we might actually be talking about more on Bryan Mbeumo and that getting closer, because this morning we heard a report as well from Alcaraz saying that Manchester United have already contacted Brentford again today, this morning, and negotiations are continuing on literally very quickly. Every single report, like I said, comes out saying speed, speed, speed. Get these deals done. Get them done quickly. Get everything over the line. And this is looking like what it is at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim knows what the structure is at Manchester United. He knows who he has to go to. The communication between three key players in this, and then one extra who is out and about doing the rounds. That man being Christopher Vival, out and about on his recruiting missions. Wilcox Barada, Ruben Amorim are all on that one mission and all understand what's happening. So, Manchester United close to agreeing personal terms of 175 grand a week with Bryan Mbeumo. More talks today in terms of that bid, and Manchester United upping that initial bid that we talked about this morning, which is approximately 55 million. The reports on the wages have been shut down. It's 175, nowhere near the 250. Reports on the fee about being at near 70 million in Brentford's eyes, they have been shut down as well. It's going to come down to about 60 million. We know United are nearly there. The one thing on the Brentford side as well, just to clarify, and this is another little update, is they want very specific and clear add-ons in terms of what is going to trigger them add-ons for the Bryan Mbeumo deals. That I talked about this morning. That could be the clincher in getting this over the line. United might be able to pay less and give them a better chance of getting less add-ons. By that I mean you could have 50 million down and put 8 million in add-ons, which are easily gettable for Brentford, rather than 10 million add-ons that are far out there to get, in terms of he has to hit 25 Premier League goals or something like that. It might just be Manchester United getting European football, half of them add-ons are added on, something like that. So yeah, there's loads of ways United can make this done. And Mbeumo is going to get done. He's told Brentford he only wants United. This is so exciting. But that Gyokeres update, not wanting European football and willing to wait for Manchester United, Oh yes, indeed. That will be an absolute, that will be the most lethal strike force in the Premier League next season. And that could be Man United. Get your comments in below, everybody. Let me know what you think about that update. That is huge. Massive, massive news on Victor Gyokeres to Manchester United. Absolutely, I'm buzzing with that, really am. Comment below. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button up on your screen right now, and check out the other content there as well. And I will see you in the next update. I've got a feeling I'll be seeing you soon, though, because everything's happening at United right now.